When do parents begin to feel overwhelmed about the cost of education? It's when sticker shock sets in. Sticker shock, number one, is typically when the private school bill is due and the parents are thinking, oh my goodness, I didn't realize it would be this expensive for all of our children. Or sticker shock number two, during the end of the high school senior year, when the first college bill arrives. This is when students and parents thought that the student was going to receive 100% funding, only to find out that despite being able to run fast, have top grades and test scores, it wasn't enough for a full ride. And the school is expecting $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 per year to attend that particular school. Sticker shock number three. It's the third year of college. And despite saving and preparing early, the family is seeing that the cost of college is draining their current lifestyle needs. And it's also getting harder and harder to make the necessary steps for a secure retirement. Then there's sticker shock number four. This is after the student has graduated and now that college is paid for or is being paid by the parents. They begin to see how their college funding decisions will impact their retirement savings. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeff Taylor. I'm a certified college funding specialist. And typically when parents call me, they ask me the traditional questions. How do you get scholarships? How does your process work? What is your program about? Although all of these questions are relevant, they're not asking me the question among all questions, the most important question they should be asking me, which is what causes sticker shock? It's caused when creating a negative wealth transfer when funding education. Typically, when education is paid for, parents use the most expensive dollars. And in doing that, it causes a negative domino effect in their other areas of their life. Parents are unaware that they are overpaying for education and they don't even know it. Skip completing the FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid. Parents, complete the FAFSA. There are dollars available regardless of your income that are only made available if you complete this application. Forfeiting scholarships, grants, and other financial aid. Again, when parents receive the award letter, they have no idea how that award letter was developed. They don't know the protocol that was followed. And as a result, they forfeit scholarships, grants, and other financial aid. Unaware of how to use tax scholarships. These are basically government rules that eliminate taxes, reduce taxes, and provide government subsidies regardless of income. Missing timeline strategies that when missed, funding is lost. Skipping critical funding steps that lead to draining retirement reserves. Ladies and gentlemen, these are just a few of the causes of sticker shock. And sticker shock should be the number one focus that we should be seeking to avoid to prevent ourselves from making the same mistakes that literally hundreds of thousands of other parents are making simply because no one has showed them how to avoid them. So with your current education funding decision-making, which of these sticker shock scenarios are you at risk of repeating? Sticker shock number one, when it's time to fund K to 12 private education. Sticker shock number two, at the end of the high school senior year and the first college bill arrives. Sticker shock number three, during the third or fourth year of college, despite saving and preparing, the pain of paying for college is clearly being felt. Sticker shock number four, after the student has graduated and you've paid for college and you are currently paying, and it's apparent that you unknowingly raided your retirement savings. Do you want to protect yourself from sticker shock? If so, the first step in my Pay Zero for College system is the Education Funding Risk Assessment. How much will your lack of knowledge cost you? You want to know the mistakes that are being made and how much it is costing you today. You want to complete the Education Funding Risk Assessment. It uncovers the mistakes that are being made and exposes their expensive consequences. Each mistake is then quantified with its cost to understand the risk and timeline impact. We then review strategies that will correct those mistakes and their corresponding expensive negative impact. Then we use strategy and the synergy of these strategies to design a zero net cost education funding result. And of course, you will be provided step-by-step coaching to execute each strategy. So what's next? Again, this is Certified College Funding Specialist Jeff Taylor. You want to keep in mind that this step is time sensitive. The longer the delay, the more money you will waste, the more your mistakes will cost, and the worse the negative consequences. Step one, you want to set up a 60-minute Zoom session that fits your schedule at calendly.com/yourmoneycoach. Step two, you want to request or complete the Education Funding Risk Assessment. It's a fillable document, and you're going to send an email to jefft@payzeroforcollege.com. And in the subject line, put Education Funding Risk Assessment. Or depending upon the medium that you are watching this video, you can just go to the next step and complete the Education Funding Risk Assessment. You'll know where you are. Step three, you're going to complete it and send it to jefft@payzeroforcollege.com at least 48 hours before your appointment. It gives me time to prepare for our session. Step four, after we receive your completed form, we will send you additional videos to prepare you for the session. And we want you to have a complete solution-based experience. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, we don't ask for social security numbers or account numbers, anything that identifies you in that way. We just need to be able to have a clear interview so that we can assess the risk that you're taking and be able to quantify those risks so that we can provide strategies to help you design a zero net cost college strategy. You're going to make sure that you take time to write out your questions when reviewing our content, because we're going to start with those questions when we do your interview. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for this opportunity. My goal, my passion, my desire is to destroy the impact of student loan debt. And I want to prove that the cost of college is not the problem. I look forward to seeing you soon. Let's get that Education Funding Risk Assessment completed and put you on track of designing a zero net cost college strategy.